the fish on. Alright guys, what's up? I am back out here on the same stretch of river because this morning I forgot my worms. And well, why did I want worms? Because this section of the river is filled with massive redhorse and massive carp. And as much as I love catching big smallmouth bass, I also love catching the rough fish as well. All the different kinds of fish that I've seen in this river that would take a crawler seem to be in pretty large numbers. So tonight I'm gonna put a crawler on, a little river rig. I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna let it sit, see what I can bring in, and then while I'm at it, just sit back and chill, which is kind of nice. I don't feel like I have to cover water, be casting it all the time, although I do have my rod with the buzzbait on there because, you know, smallies. But primarily I want to catch some big redhorse, hopefully a massive carp, and yeah, get it on video because, like I said, as much as I love bass fishing, I am a multi-species guy. I like to catch all different kinds of species if I can. I don't discriminate. And redhorse are some known fighters. I don't know what the records are here in Minnesota for redhorse, but back in Illinois, one of my little small goals is to get a record redhorse. I don't know how easy or how hard that'll be, but anyway, let's go ahead and cast this out there and see if the scent drags something up and get fishing. Fish on. I don't know how that worked. What is it? Oh, it's a bass. Are you kidding me? Getting some bites here. Hopefully it's not a smallmouth. Is that a freaking pike? Maybe a catfish? Catfish would be cool. Oh no, I think that might be a redhorse. Oh, cool. Yes. Look at that. Nice. Very cool. Come on. Fish in this river, just don't give up. Smallies, redhorse, doesn't matter. That is cool. Look at that cool fish. Finally got a redhorse. There are bigger ones though. So there have been times that I've been fishing out here for smallmouth and seen schools of redhorse, you know, like 30 at a time. And on this one stretch, just like multiple schools. So there would just be hundreds and hundreds of redhorse moving up and down. And, you know, when you see a school of fish that big, and some of them are, you know, decent size, good size actually, it makes you want to catch them. And I've caught redhorse before back in Illinois, but this seemed like a cool opportunity to kind of like target them specifically, that or a carp, because I've seen so many redhorse in here. There are quite a few different suckers that I've seen. You know, the smaller like hognose suckers, and then I think one or two that I don't really know what they are, and because I've seen so many, I really wanted to catch them. This looks like we got another bite. Yep. I think we got a fish on. Set the hook. Fish on. Oh yeah. It's another redhorse, I'm pretty sure. Got a nice jump on that one. There we go. Whoa, not quite. He's not ready yet. Not quite. There we go. Not as big as the last one actually, but man, it peeled off with it. He's blowing you guys a kiss. Oh, got a little scrape down there. All right, let's get you back. So correct me if I'm wrong, but redhorse tend to like a little bit of current, kind of like smallmouth. And you know, those slower areas of the river with a lot of grass, I didn't see as many, or I didn't feel like they were there. So there is some grass over here, but this whole side, if you look, the substrate, it's all rock, chunky rock. And I think that has something to do with it. Little smalley action in between never hurts. I don't have my measuring board, so I hope it's not 21 inches, but nah. Just a small guy. Hit it like a freight train, but not bad for an in-between fish. So real quick before I come up to the last hole that I'm gonna fish, just go over my rig real quick. I mean, I call it a river rig. I don't really know what it is. I've got, I think, a 1/2 ounce or 3/4 ounce circle weight, or not circle weight, but cylindrical. I put 2 bobber stops to keep it there. You can use a split shot. You can use a swivel, you know, something just to keep it in place. And then I just run that on a leader down to a small circle hook. I think this is a size 1 circle hook. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. The weight obviously sits on the bottom, and then the weight floats behind it in the current. So typically it doesn't get too hung up on anything. I like it for that reason. And if anything, the weight gets hung up, which, you know, when the weight's hung up and you pull, then what happens is you slide these down, and then eventually it usually comes free and you keep all your hook and everything. So I like this rig. Something came for it again. Alright, well, it's about dark, and I really want to get one more red horse. Seeing a bunch right up here, a bunch of big ones. Let's see if we stick this out for a few minutes, see if we can't get us one more fish. Ooh, that's a bite. That's a bite. You bite. Darn it. Oh, fish, 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 fish. Oh, it's a nice one. Stay on. Oh, that's a nice red horse. Stay on. Man, do they fight. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at that one. That's the one I was after. Yes. Look at that. That's a nice red horse right there. That's my biggest red horse ever, for sure. Alright, I know you're gonna flap. Let's try not to. Well guys, I was just doing an outro, about ready to call it a night, kind of reeling in my line, and then I got this guy to finish things off. So with that, we are gonna call it a night. We're gonna let this guy go. This summer in the future, I'm gonna be going after some other species like gar and some other fun things, so check back on the channel for some multi-species videos. I do love bass, I do love smallmouth, but you can't beat a big fighter like this. Just look at that. All right.